Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to one and all. Today we will be starting with another lecture of OCM for Standard 12 Commerce of the chapter Business Services, which we are already studying. We've already studied about transportation, what are the various modes of transportation, what are the benefits of transportation, what are the advantages and disadvantages of various modes of transportation. We have also studied about warehousing. What do you mean by warehousing? What are the basic components of warehousing and what are the different types of warehouses we have already studied. We'll be studying about uh, another business services in today's lecture, which is very common and very evident in our life. It is a service which is not used only by business, it is used personally by people also. Also, this business service is very easy to understand and we have been using it in all our lives. The business service that I'm talking about is communication. What do you mean by communication? Communication is an art of exchanging ideas, facts, information, etc. from one person or entity to another. Right now, whatever I am doing is also a form of communication. Why? Because I am taking this video lecture in order to communicate my ideologies, my thoughts, my expressions to all you dear students. So, communication is an exchange of knowledge, ideas, facts, and information between two people. Two people are required to communicate. I am only saying things and nobody is listening. That is not communication. There has to be a sender and there has to be a receiver in exchange of knowledge and ideas. The process of passing any information from one person to another with the help of some medium. Yes, right now, what medium am I using? I am using this internet as a medium to communicate with you people. People can use postal services, people can use telephone services, people can use internet services in order to communicate as a medium. Or when we talk about advertisement, advertisements are communicated through mediums such as newspapers, billboards, then radio, then advertisement on TVs, etc. Communication is very simple process where message is being transferred from sender to the receiver. Like just as said about advertisement, advertisement is also a form of communication. Why? Because the company, the product manufacturer is communicating, is sending you information about his product, and you as customers are watching that advertisement and you are receiving that as a communication. The receiver, after receiving the message, understand it in the desired form and then act accordingly. Yes. Now, as a customer, you understand it and you act accordingly. And whether you want to buy that product or not. That is what communication is all about. You are sending messages, ideas, and facts. It is an exchange between two people wherein one person is the sender, the other one is the receiver, and once the communication is done by the sender, it is up to the receiver what is to be done with this ideas or facts or communication. Okay, is it clear? And we all know that communication is used by us in all days. Every day we communicate with our friends, our families, our teachers, everything. Communication is necessary as air, water. It is the basic requirement. So in order to conduct a business or in order to conduct a business smoothly, you need to communicate. You need to communicate with your employees, you need to communicate with your customers, you need to communicate with your stakeholders. Then and then only an efficient business organization can be set up. So communication is one of the basic business service. So today we'll be studying about various types of communication. Very first, there are only two basic types of communication that we are going to study. The very first type of communication is the postal service. The postal services is the most ancient and the most acknowledged and the most well known form of communication. The postal services in India come under the Department of Post and Telegraph, which is a part of Ministry of Communication, Information and Technology. The Department of Post, with its network of 154965 post offices, is the largest postal network in the world. Yes, the Department of Post, the Indian Department of Post, is the largest postal network in the world. Postal services here means sending your letters, sending your books, sending your parcels through the postal services, through physically transferring your messages, your letters, your envelopes to the desired person physically by the help of Indian Post. Like, if you want to send a letter to somebody in if you are in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and you want to send a letter to somebody in Gujarat, you write a letter physically and then you post that letter in Indian Post with the designated address, and then that particular envelope or that particular letter itself is transferred physically from Maharashtra to Gujarat to your friend residing over there. He will be receiving the same letter that you have written. Like earlier, even today, the soldiers which are on the borders, they send letters to their home through postal services. The family receive the exact letter which the soldier is sending from the borders, so they feel that essence, they feel that they are actually reading what the person has sent it. You can feel the person in that. That is what differentiates postal services from other modes of communication. Okay, what are the types of postal services? Mail services, specialized postal services, money remittance services, retail services. So the postal services in today's scenario does not only send messages, does not only send letters and envelopes, they are also undertaking various other services like specialized postal services and money remittance services. Transfer of money and parcels and other things are also done with the help of postal services in India. We'll be studying that one by one. The very first topic is mail services, and the first mail service is an inland letter. You can see in the figure the one with a ticket of Gandhiji inland letter is mentioned on it, the one in blue color. Okay, inland letter is the most ancient form of postal service, mail service. It is a letter which is folded, like you can see the dotted line in the image. Yes, you have to fold the letter from there, and only the address of the receiver can be seen. You will be writing it on the back side of the inland letter, and then you will be folding it and sticking it and sending it to the desired address through postal services. What is the benefit? The confidentiality is maintained. The confidentiality is maintained. The postal services employees are not able to read the message that you are sending to your friends and family. Your secrecy, and your confidentiality is maintained in case of inland letter, because they are sealed properly and only the name and address of the receiver can be seen. Okay, envelope, they are all very well aware about what an envelope looks like. An envelope is used for confidentiality and secrecy. The letter which you write is folded and uh, inserted into an envelope, and the envelope is sealed with the necessary address, and then it is sent through post. The difference between inland letter and envelope is that in case of inland letter only you can write the message that you want to convey on the back side of the inland letter, but in case of an envelope you can also send checks, you can also send photographs, or you can also send other attachments and necessary documents by inserting it inside the envelope and sealing it. The third mail service is parcel services. Yes, we are all very aware that about that box which comes to our house through parcel. You can not only communicate letters, or you can not only send uh, photographs and such things, but also you can send gifts to your friends across the country through postal services, that is parcel service. And the fourth one is book post. Book post is basically sending books, periodic journals, magazines, and other information uh, outlets to your designated address. Like, book post is usually used by uh, corresponding or distance learning uh, institutions. Like, for example, Wellington Institute is of management is one such institution which sends books to to its students through book post. Another, if you are doing an course, an online course, then your study material is sent through book post. Another example, if you are going for idle courses in Mumbai University and you are not taking the normal regular colleges and you are only taking exams, so all the book and study materials will be reached at your doorstep with the help of book post. It is very necessary to mention book post on the front of this parcel or this way of mail service. Okay, is it clear? Very simple. Second point today we'll be studying is specialized mail service. These were basic mail services: sending messages, sending photos, sending books. Okay, specialized mail services are for specific people. This was in general for public, but specialized mail services are for specific people. Like, the very first one is a business post. It is basically for the businessmen, it is basically for facilitating business. If you are conducting a business and you need to communicate with your employees, you need to send your products to your customers, business post will be helpful to send all your letters, to send all your communication, and to also undertake various activities of uh, grading and packaging your parcels and sending it to your customers specifically. Business services are hired specifically by business organizations in order to avoid the havoc of communicating with their stakeholders. Logistics post, as we all know, you can see there is a logistic post truck in the image given below. A logistic post is similar to business post, but it is used on a larger scale. Large volume of parcels, minimum chargeable weight is 50 kg. Large volume of parcels, if you want to send it from one place to another as a business unit, you need to hire logistics post. Business post can be used for small volume, and logistics post is used for large volume. Insurance is optional in logistics and business post both. You can take insurance of the product that you are sending through specialized mail services, and you have to pay certain fee for that, but it is optional. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. but it is beneficial to take insurance option because if the goods are damaged or lost in transit, you will be receiving compensation. Minimum charge for delivery and pickup consignment is 50 plus docket charge is rupees 100 as mentioned. And the last one is bill mail services. This is the most common specialized service that is used in today's business world, and we are all aware of it, but we don't know what is called. Like, you all receive bills from your electricity department every month. Torrent Power sends you bill every month, right? That is bill mail services. Torrent Power is using a specialized mail service called as bill mail service, wherein all the customers of the Torrent Power are receiving bills at their doorstep. The employees of the company does not come and give you bill personally. No, all the bills are dispatched through post, and the minimum quantity of bills to be dispatched in case of bill mail services is 5,000. If your customer base is more than 5,000, then and then only you can use bill mail services. The third point that we'll be studying is money remittance services. Like I said, the Indian Post does not only provide delivery of letters and parcels and products, but also they have advanced in transfer of money and other things. Money remittance services is, very first one is electronic money transfer. By the name itself, you can see that the money is transferred electronically from one person to another person across India. Instant from across India, wherein you electronically order to transfer say 1 lakh rupees from your account to XYZ person's account. What is sorry Electronic money transfer, by the name itself it says electronically transferring money from one person to another person with the help of the Indian Post. Instant money order, we are all very aware of it. Money order is an like, for example, if you want to send money order to somebody, you go to the post office and you make a money order of 10,000 rupees and deposit 10,000 rupees in the post office. And then if you want to send money order from Mumbai to Kashmir, so in Kashmir, the post office in Kashmir will ask the person that you have asked to give money order to come and collect money from their post office. So the money which you have given reaches to the person that you want to send instantly. Instant money order is transfer of money from one place to another. Like, you're sitting in Mumbai, and if you want to physically transfer money to Kashmir, it will take days or at least hours to reach. Why? And you'll need somebody to go and give it to them. But when you use instant money order, once you go to the post office and make your money order confirm, you can receive it within 1 hour or such time as prescribed by the postal services, and you can ask your friend in Kashmir to go and collect it from their postal services. So the difference is, here there is a physical transfer of money, and there is an electronic transfer of money. International money transfer, yes, it is broadened, it is across the globe. International money transfer can be used for transferring money from one country to another country by using the electronic money transfer option. Like, we have already seen various services of transferring money. Like we have our friends, our families, our cousins, our acquaintances in other parts of the world, and when your friend or your brother goes outside India to work, they want to send money to the family in India, so they use international money transfer service. Now, the last from this point is retail services, wherein there are only two things: retail post and e-post. E-post send mail from anywhere in the globe. E-post or retail post. Retail post is another way of sending post or parcel across India, wherein e-post is from outside India, and only incoming postals or parcels are issued in case of e-post. No outgoing services are used in case of e-post. You cannot send anything outside India by using the service of e-post, but you can, if your family is outside India, they can send you parcels and stuffs and through e-post. Okay, these were the traditional means of communication, and which are not used that much in today's business scenario. What today's business use is modern means of communication. The very first one is courier services. We are surrounded by courier services: Flipkart, Amazon, and FedEx, DHL. All these are examples of courier services. Flipkart and Amazon are not basically courier services, they are online sellers, but they use various courier services to provide you products at your doorstep. The difference between parcel and courier services is that it is very quick, it is very beneficial. You can track down your order in case of courier services, which is not possible in postal services. Postal services, once you send your parcel, you will have to wait days and hours for intimation from the receiver that yes, I have received the parcel. In between, you have no idea where your parcel is going. But in case of courier services, you can actually track your order from the place of delivery to the place of receiving the order, whether the order is in the post office, whether the parcel is shipped, or whether the parcel is in transport, etc. Everything is communicated to you through modern courier services. It is quick, it is beneficial, it is a bit costly as compared to postal services. The second means of communication is internet. Internet is used to communicate to people at a large scale. It is a very big platform of communication wherein a large number of audience is affected by your ideas, your facts, your knowledge at one go. You don't have to use n number of means or modes of communication. You can only use one mode of communication, that is internet. Anything that is viral on internet, anything that is streaming on internet goes to every household. Okay, you can communicate through the world wide web, and you can sit in one corner of India and communicate with another 195 countries in the world at one go, and people will be influenced by your ideas and facts without even knowing you. Your communication will be exchanged at a very fast rate at a very economical cost. Email, we are all aware about electronic mail, sending mails through email. Sending mails through email. Writing physical letters or inland letters is outdated. Big companies now do not keep sending mails, physical mails or messages to their customers and shareholders and debenture holders. They are using email services to send a letter of regret, letter of allotment, and other information related to the organization. Everything is communicated through email. Also, informally, people prefer sending emails over sending letters, inland letters, or book post. One thing I forgot, I want to tell you about e-post is that under e-post, when I said people are communicating from outside India, like for example, if your brother is sitting in America and he want to communicate to your parents, you do not have an internet connection, he have an internet connection, he cannot send you email. So what does he do? He cannot he does not want to go into the headache of physical inland letter or physical letters, whether it will be dispatched or not. So what does he do? He writes an electronic mail and opts for e-post. Then what happens? That electronic mail is printed and physically delivered to your family at your doorstep. This I am talking about e-post. That is the B point of retail service. Okay. The difference between email and e-post is understood. Under email, both the sender and the receiver use soft copy, use electronic form of mail. But in case of e-post, the sender is sending in soft copy and the receiver is receiving in hard copy at their doorstep. That's it for communication. Thank you.